So why am I reviewing a baseball-themed Charlie Brown special when baseball season is still a month away? Well, for one thing, I have this feeling that I'm gonna be preoccupied with something in April. I don't know, call it something in my gut. But also, while the Major League Baseball season hasn't started yet, the players are currently in spring training. And in the minds of a lot of fans, baseball has therefore already started. Me personally, I'm more interested in the college game until opening day comes around. But still, the title of this special is It's Spring Training, Charlie Brown, so it seems appropriate. The show begins with Charlie Brown shoveling snow in order to make it all the way to the pitcher's mound so he can get his team's spring training started. And with this, we immediately see why the major leagues hold spring training in Arizona and Florida. And no, it doesn't surprise me that Charlie Brown has a pitcher's mound to practice on in his backyard. I'm shocked it's not a full-on baseball diamond.
You all have weak arms if you don't start throwing the ball around.
Yeah, probably should have seen that coming.
Alright, so it's still a little chilly. And maybe there's some snow on the ground. That doesn't mean we can't show spirit, does it? Let's hear some chatter out there!
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
But the next day, the snow is all gone and we have clear skies. Huh! Never knew the Peanuts gang lived in North Texas. And on the first day of practice, it looks like the team is already in mid-season form.
Well, how does the old team look this year, manager? It's hard to say, but I try to be optimistic.
Just like the Cubs do every year. Oh, damn it, I can't use that joke anymore! Then we get this kid who walks around in untied shoes and an oversized batter's helmet, who apparently is not Rerun as indicated by this unknown sister of his. No, this is Leland, and he wants to join Charlie Brown's team because he wants to join the big leagues. Yeah, Chuck has at one time said his team plays about 3 leagues below Little League. You got a ways to go, kid. Okay, Lucy's out, he's their new right fielder. What? He's got time to grow. Maybe it's time Chuck starts giving younger talent a try. So of course my clear question is, why isn't Rerun in this role again? I mean, this is essentially a reworked version of that storyline in the comics where Rerun joined the team, which was made into an animated episode of the Charlie Brown and Snoopy show, or one of those anthology specials. Peanuts has never been shy about repeating stories in their cartoons before, and I think it was around this time that the comics were heavily shilling Rerun as a main character anyway. But for some reason, it seems like in the early 90s, they wanted to put in one-shot characters into these cartoons and make them integral to the plot. Keep in mind, this special came out in 1992, just 2 years before the release of that NFL special that gave us Melody. Gah. So eventually the team's play gets Charlie so frustrating that he actually calls out Lucy for once. Can we get more of that? I want to see more of that. This leads Lucy to claim that maybe everyone would be more motivated to play better if they actually had uniforms. Which drives Charlie to go ask if Mr. Hennessy at the hardware store will sponsor them with uniforms. Does this sound all familiar? Yeah, they're rehashing the plot of Charlie Brown's All-Stars. Okay, it's not a complete regurgitation, as Hennessy says he will sponsor them, even with girls and a dog on the team. See, Peanuts got so progressive as the years went by. The catch now, though, is that they have to win the first game of the season.
We can do it! We'll start serious practice tomorrow. This is it, team. Now we have an incentive.
So opening day comes and what? We actually get to see the other team they're playing? And it's not just Peppermint Patty's team? Oh, and look, they're growling and snarling, so you know they're evil. Oh, and the evil team's uniforms have pinstripes with dark blue caps. Subtle!
Are we gonna hear the national anthem? We don't have a national anthem.
Except for that time you did at the start of A Boy Named Charlie Brown.
For our games, everybody does the hokey pokey.
Put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all
can't possibly get any dumber.
It's all about all the cars you duck and you shake it in your shoes. We're the team invincible and we're not gonna lose. It's time you started worrying your strategies in a muddle. If you're a little airplane, we're the space shuttle.
Make it stop!
Do shake, 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 shaking, shaking in your shoes. We're the team invincible and we're not gonna lose. And when the dust has settled, don't you moan and pout, cause we'll be the team with the highest score, and that's what it's all about.
Never do that again! Now, for everything I've just ranted about, this is when the show actually gets good. Seriously, these baseball segments have just the right amount of comedy that feels like they would fit in some of the better comic strips.
One finger will mean just try to get it over the plate. 2 fingers will mean try not to throw it over the backstop. And 3 fingers will mean we'll all be glad when the season's over.
Catchers are weird.
Even Lucy is somewhat tolerable in this just because her sarcastic quips are actually pretty creative.
Okay, team, let's hear some chatter out there.
We're not in last place yet.
Okay, team, let's show them what kind of spirit we have.
Just wait till next year.
Heh, maybe the bitter snark in me just has to respect that. Also, I gotta love this gag with the water hose. If anything, because it shows that the dirt is caked on Pigpen so hard that not even getting drenched cleans them off. I also like the we and they markers on the scoreboard, like Bugs vs. Sam in that Bunker Hill Bunny short. So yeah, even though they're getting pounded, Charlie's team is actually able to match the opposition score for score, because I guess they found a team that pitches and fields as bad as them, despite them having uniforms. Foreshadowing? It's all tied up in the bottom of the ninth with Chuck's team up and the new kid at bat. Chuck is sure he can draw a walk given how small he is. You know, kind of like what Rerun did. Except in this case, Leland has worse plate discipline than Pedro Serrano. But fortunately, the pitcher has the control of Ricky Vaughn before he got the glasses.
Throw it, throw it. He's going for third. He's going right. Run, Leland, run.
Seriously, did Al the Angel finally take pity on Charlie and bring his troops to this game? So the new kids helped them win the game by a score just slightly higher than some Major League games I saw in the mid-90s. Not kidding there, I saw the Rangers score 26 runs in a game once. And they get their uniforms from Mr. Hennessy, and they don't look half bad. Certainly better than the black-like garbage uniforms the New York Mets wore at the turn of the century. Unfortunately, Leland can't play anymore because they couldn't get a uniform in double extra small. But still, now that they all look great in their new uniforms, maybe things will turn around for good for them, right? So, in the end, Charlie and company have to learn the hard way that having great uniforms doesn't automatically make you a winner. Just like throwing away a bunch of money for some glitzy new stadium won't help you win. Seriously, $500 million just because this place doesn't have a roof? It doesn't get that hot down here! But really, despite my issues with the beginning, this was one of the better Peanuts baseball specials I've seen. It does get off to a slow start, but at the end of it, I'd say it's Charlie Brown's All-Stars done right. The game scenes themselves were very entertaining, and even the slightly downer ending at least sends a pretty good message. They may not have hit a home run with this one, but it was a pretty solid bases clearing double. Oh well, see you at the ballpark, everyone!